Hello everyone and welcome to the first battle report on our channel, the Crimson Moon.
The two kill teams that will be spilling their blood for your entertainment today are the Evil Sunz Orks and the Iron Hands Spacemarines.
The mission that these teams will have to complete is called Seize Ground. The teams score 1 point for controlling 2 objectives on their side of the board, another for controlling more than their opponent, another for controlling an objective on their opponent's side of the board, and another for controlling 2 or more on their opponent's side.
These orcs are hoping to claim most of the scrap found in these parts. However, what they don't know is this is an important vantage point for the Iron Hands. They won't be willing to share their territory with these Xenos scum. Hope you all enjoy the oncoming onslaught, because this field will soon become a deep shade of crimson.
The Iron Hands Spacemarines are led by Intercessor Sergeant Tygus, who is armed with his trusty power sword and autobolt rifle. His men will also be armed with autobolt rifles, with the exception of one who has a regular bolt rifle.
Their opponents are the Evil Sunz Orks, led by Boss Knob Uglyhorn, armed with his nasty power claw and not quite as nasty slugger. He also is accompanied by a specialist fire team composed of 2 Ludas, 2 Burners, which one may or may not be a squig. His second fire team includes 4 boys, one of them armed with a rocket launcher. Now let's stop admiring these models and start counting wounds as we move to the first turn of the battle.
Let's roll off to see who will take deployment. It looks like the Orks will be deploying first. During the scouting phase, the Orks choose Infiltrate, while the Marines picked Fortify.
The board has now been set, and from the looks of it, every troop on the battlefield has been given a conceal order. Cowardly, but strategic.
The teams move up, eager to deliver some casualties to the opposing side.
Some take moving up quite literally, as we see the Ludas and Rocket Boy taking a vantage point on this thing. Turn 1 is now over. Let's hope the next few turns we'll see some action.
On turn 2, the Marines and Orks are spending 1 command point on strategic ploys. The Marines have picked Bolter Discipline, allowing them to shoot twice, as long as their hands don't hurt from getting into a fistfight.
The Orks have picked Daka Daka Daka, which means if they have any crits from shooting, they can pick 1 missed die and say that they've hit.
The Orks have taken the first turn yet again. They better not blow their luck on these roll-offs, or else we might see the terrain turn green instead of red.
Now we cut to see a wild animal shoot fire from its mouth onto the unluckiest Marine on this side of the board. I'd hold your breath if I were you, because that's going to be one nasty belch.
5 dice on a 2+, and only 1 miss. 3 dice to save on 3+, and only 2 successes.
Ugh, I'd take a shower after this battle if I were you.
The Marine is hoping to get some revenge after the squig ruined his armor by making it smell like the Emperor's corpse. Shooting with the Bolter, 4 dice on 3+.
Only a single crit. It would be even funnier if he saved.
If you think an armorless creature could save that, then you need to lower your standards in Xenos.
After that pitiful display, the Marine tries again to hopefully win us back into thinking he is but the Emperor's finest warrior.
It looks like a crit and a hit. Ugh, as well as 2 1s. Luckily for him, he can reroll those into...
Wow, it's almost as if that Marine is trying to roll poorly. The squig miraculously blocks 1 hit, saving his life at 8 wounds. Now how about we stop fighting animals and start fighting actual threats? This Burner Boy is making his move on the exact same Marine, as if he could screw up his armor any further.
Same 5 dice on a 2+. Looks like he did slightly worse on the squig. Embarrassing.
The Marine cowers behind his cover, but will he be able to block the other 2 hits? I mean, he is a Marine, so surely he will.
Sheesh, and I thought the Burner Boy was embarrassing. That Marine is gonna look like he was painted with dry-out bark instead of Cadian flesh tone by the end of this game. That is, if he lives to show his brother's back at the base.
Looks like his butt buddy, who was smart enough to put on his helmet, is gonna try put the hurtin' on the burner.
He rolls 4 dice on a 3+. Unbelievable rolls today. Let's hope they improve for the Marines, or else this is going to be a quick game. That means good news for the editor. The burner failed his rose save roll, and the Marines gets to shoot again.
That's 2 hits and 1 reroll. At this point, why do they even get the rerolls if they're just going to reroll into another one? The burner luckily saved 1 more, going to a total of 7 wounds. The boss is now hoping to finish off that burnt Marine with 1 wound left.
4 dice on a 5+.
He gets 1 whopping hit, allowing the Marine to cower behind his cover, saving his life. You'd think the boss would be able to do a little better than that. Who hired this guy again?
Another Marine comes out of hiding to try and finish off that squig. He gets 4 dice on a 3+. I'm sorry, there seems to be a mistake. 3 dice and 1 bouncy ball. Reroll that blunder into a crit and 2 hits.
Oh look, the squig got lucky and blocked the crit and a hit. Fortunately for us, not for the squig. That other hit is enough to send him burping back to the abyss.
The Marine isn't done though. He's looking to up his kill count, and he has his eyes set on the only other burner left on the board. It looks like a crit and 3 hits. Even with his cover, he won't be able to block all those hits. Another kill for the Iron Hands. Looks like their luck has finally turned around.
Don't think it's just gonna be orcs and evidently enough squigs getting their guts splattered on the walls though, because up top in the rafters, the Rocket Boy is excited to lay waste to the injured Marines below.
Rolling 5 dice on 5+. The Rocket Boy finally gets a crit, giving him an extra hit for a total of a crit and 2 hits.
The Marine was just settling down after getting burned twice, and wasn't able to duck into his cover in time.
At AP1, there's no way he'll be able to block all that damage, which means...
That's 1 more corpse for the cleanup crew to deal with. I think his friend standing next to him took some of the blast, or maybe a chunk of his friend's armor blasted into his crotch armor.
This Marine down below has noticed the Ork firing squad up top, and now he attempts to take pot shots at the Rocket Boy. 4 dice on 3+. He got a crit and a hit, re-rolling those ones.
Feels like that's the first time I've seen a miss get rerolled to an actual hit.
The Ork's cover tanks one of the hits, and he saves another. The Marine keeps on peppering that boy, but will he be able to take him out? 4 more dice, re-roll ones, for a total of 4 hits.
That boy's cover must be taking a real beating. Soon he's not gonna have cover.
Oh, but the Rocket Boy didn't even save, for a total of 10 damage. That boy is out of the game.
That Luda up top is hoping to avenge his fallen brother.
He rolls 5 dice on a 5+. Wow, 2 crits. Means that those misses became hits for a total of 2 crits and 3 hits. I think that Marine might be done for unless...
Unbelievable! That Marine managed to roll 2 critical saves. That is 1 lucky get.
The Lieutenant is moving up, allowing those Orks to shoot again at that same Marine. Will we see similar results?
Another Luda comes out to blast the same Marine. 5 dice on a 5-up. Sadly only 1 crit, but a whole hell of a lot of hits.
His cover tanks a hit, and he amazingly saved 2 more. But it's not enough. That Marine is toast.
Funny, because that guy has been the luckiest guy on the Iron Hands side. Without him, let's hope the others start improving their rolls.
This gentleman over here is gonna overwatch this knob.
Really? Gentlemen? These guys are like a bunch of giant walking tanks. How gentle do you think they are?
Well, maybe they're gentle giants. Anyways, 4 dice, hitting on 4s now. The Ork takes 1 into his cover, and he saves...
Ugh. Seriously, who hired this guy?
Another Ork moves up, another Marine firing Overwatch.
Amazing shot there. The Ork spends 1 into his cover, but will he save those 2 crits?
Wow, he actually saved 1! Was that supposed to happen?
That boss knob is now up to 7 wounds. He's halfway to the grave.
the hell? You blink once and all of a sudden a bunch of orcs appear on your side of the board.
Not just that, you also got orcs up on that tower.
I swear, these two bosses are some of the worst I've seen. They both haven't engaged in combat, and all they're doing is getting hit or hiding like cowards.
Couldn't agree more. It's turn 3 now, and these two bosses better get to work before our audience clicks off to something else.
Current scores are 3 points for Orks and 2 points for Marines. Let's see if the Iron Hands can make a comeback before the game ends. The Marines take the first turn for the first time, and they choose their strategic ploy to be Bolter Discipline, while the Orks choose Shwag. Hand to hand, they can change one of those hits into a crit.
That sounds deadly. Now let's see if they'll be able to capitalize on it.
This Marine is going to continue blasting that knob until he finally comes out of hiding. Same 4 dice, only getting 2 hits.
The knob takes 1 into his cover. I mean, surely the knob will be able to save that 1 hit.
The Marine continues blasting the knob. He gets 2 crits and 2 hits.
1 goes into his cover, but even then that knob is blasted. Can't say we'll miss him in his 4-up save. Okay, enough shooting. Let's see some hand-to-hand action.
I'm sure the audience at home has been dying to see this. The Orcs rolls 4 dice on 3+.
Oh, come on! You're an orc, aren't you? Start hitting like it.
Let's hope the Marine can redeem this fist fight. He got 2 hits and a crit and... Wait, something's missing. Ah, there you go. 3 hits and a crit. I don't think that 1 hit from that Orc will be able to take out this Marine in time.
Alright, we get it. That Orc is dead. Now cut to him actually dying. Wow. Can we get the cleanup crew in here? Not for the Orc, but for a camera. It's expensive.
The Marine has noticed the Orc boy creeping around the corner and has come to take him by surprise. 4 dice re-rolling ones. Sheesh, 2 crits and 2 hits.
No cover for that Orc. He's just gonna have to get some good rolls here. Nope, he only saves 1. But wait, the Orcs have spent a command point to ignore 1 of the dice for a total of 8 damage.
That's not really helpful though, as the Marine gets 1 more shot.
Yeah, well, it's a thought that they could save him that counts.
Anyways, the Marine gets 2 hits, and the Orc, yeah, I don't think anyone expected him to save that crit.
One of the looters is now turning around to shoot the Marine that cropped their boss.
5 dice on a 5+? Whew! That Marine dodged a huge bombardment of bullets there. Lieutenant Tygus is moving up, and he now prepares to open fire on Pinky.
He wouldn't dare hurt our dear Pinky.
Oh, but he would. With a crit and 3 hits, Pinky only saves 1.
The Orcs, once again, spend their last command point to try and save Pinky's life.
That might cost them the game though, as they no longer have any command points.
Hey, command points are expendable. Pinky isn't.
Pretty sure it's the other way around, but whatever.
The Luda is gonna try and stop Tygus and save Pinky. He got a crit and a hit.
Hey, it's Lieutenant Tygus, and he just saved, which means he gets to fire Overwatch and kill Pinky. He got 4 hits, and Pinky got no saves.
Poor Pinky.
The Marines now control 2 points on their side and 1 on the other side. And the same can be said for the Orcs. But that's about to change with the start of the round 4, the last round of the game. The last roll off, and the Iron Hands take the first turn. The Iron Hands, of course, continue doing Bolter Discipline, and the Orcs can't do anything due to the loss of their commander. One of the Marines move up to capture another point. He also tries to take some pot shots at one of the Ludas. He got 3 hits. Unfortunately for this guy, he can't reroll ones.
One of those hits goes into the Luda's cover, and he blocks the other with a crit.
The Marine got 3 hits. Unfortunately, he can't reroll ones.
One of those hits goes into the Luda's cover, and he blocks the other with a crit. Oh, Deja vu. Anyways, the Ork took 6 damage. The Luda beside him is gonna shoot the Marine boss, and hopefully this time obliterate him. He got 2 crits and a hit.
Oof! No double crits like last time here. However, the Marines are going to spend a command point to do only a death does duty end, which allows that Marine to keep fighting until the end of the turn. With half of his torso missing, the Lieutenant limps over to try and take out that injured Luda. 4 dice hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s. He got 2 hits.
The Luda takes 1 into his cover, but he doesn't save the last hit.
With the Marine's last breath, he takes 4 more shots, and he nails all of them.
Poor Ork didn't even know what hit him.
And with the last Space Marine to activate, he dashes over to the other point and captures it. The Marines control 2 points on their side, and 2 points on the Ork side, which means the final score was 7 for the Iron Hands and 5 for the Evil Sunz. The Iron Hands Space Marines have won the day.
A lot of blood was shed today. Some of it a bit more warm than usual, but either way, it was still an enjoyable battle to watch. Probably not to fight in, though.
We hope you all enjoyed our first Warhammer Killteam Battlereport. Please like and subscribe on your way out. Thank you for watching, and remember to always paint your walls crimson.